Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise, and I told y'all I was gonna bring you guys another scary story. And I'm sorry if I look off sometimes because I'm like used to looking this way, but yeah, sorry. But today it's a story about where my dad used to live. If you live in Lancaster, PA, he used to live on Mary Street, and he had a little place there, a little apartment. And at first it was just him living there, and when he used to live there, I would go, one weekend with him, one weekend with my mom, because they weren't together. So my weekends with him, I would always be so scared because I don't know, like, you guys ever get that feeling like when you're let's say it's nighttime, right? And you have to go to the bathroom, and it's really dark, obviously, and you're just like walking out the bathroom and you're like, damn, I have to go and turn off all these lights now. Well, you go and turn off one light and then you start running. Well, that was always me living there, well, when I was with him. And I always felt that eerie feeling when I lived there. I keep saying live. I used to stay over the weekends and stuff. And my dad would laugh, because my dad's like a jokester. But yeah, he would laugh. And then my aunt and my cousins and stuff, they started living there with him. And I was happy because I had somebody to play with. My cousin was a little bit older than me, but we were around the same age. And it was the Day of the Dead, or it was gonna be the Day of the Dead. And in Mexico, because my dad and all of them are Mexican, so I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. And over there they celebrate the Day of the Dead. And basically what that is how you say it, like, they celebrate their dead ancestors, like they celebrated how would you explain that? They celebrate their dead ancestors, and for example, obviously, since my grandpa, my grandmother, and one of my uncles passed away, they would celebrate them. And if you ever watched the movie Coco, like, that explains it all. It's not celebrated on Halloween, but it's celebrated on November 2nd. And basically it's when they go either to the cemetery, or if you're at home, or you're not in Mexico, let's say, you just celebrate them. You make them food, you light up candles, have their picture, and just have like a feast with them, like they're still alive, or like you're still keeping their memory alive. Well, that day, it just so happens I was at my dad's house, and I saw my aunt, because my aunt normally made the food, and her food is so good. Oh my goodness, I miss her cooking. But yeah, she would make the food, and I saw her making a lot of food, but it was already like nighttime, like we were getting ready to go to sleep. And I'm like curious as to why she's making food. Well, not making food, but like setting up food, because she started making like plates of food and putting it on the table. And I'm like, are we gonna eat that? Like, what's going on? And then I saw that by the plates, well, like right behind the plates, because she had the plates in front, were the pictures of my grandpa, my grandma, and my uncle, may they rest in peace. They were behind the plates. And then I saw her lighting up candles, and those, like those, I don't know what they're called, like cylinder candles. The ones that have like the Virgin Mary or Jesus Christ or other things. She started lighting them, and she had like 3, specifically a candle for each, and they were all different colors too. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I kind of understand what this is, but at the same time I was young, like super young, and we just let that overnight. And then I went to the bathroom the next morning, and I started noticing that there was like drops of wax in like the bathroom, like on the floor or around like the sink in the bathroom and on the toilet. And then I went to well, I saw that they were leading up to the dining room where all the food was, and I started seeing like they were all different colors, and they were the color of the candles she put out. And I felt like weirded out. I'm like, why is this all on the floor and stuff? And I asked my dad. I don't know if he was joking or what, but I asked him. I was like, why is there wax everywhere? Like, what is this? And he was like, oh, well, when we celebrate this or whatever, you know, there's a candle for each family member that passed, and everywhere they go, there's a drip of wax. And I'm in my head like freaking out first. I don't know if my dad was playing with me or what, or if this is a real thing. If you guys know, then, you know, comment down below. But I was weirded out. I was like, so you're telling me that our grandpa or my grandma or my uncle is like walking around the house and like was in the bathroom and what? You know, I was like, what the hell? I was freaking out. And you know, obviously like Mexicans, they're very like spiritual and believe in all that. And I do too. You know, I really do. But that was just freaky to me. And the fact that he was just like really calm about it, like, oh yeah, it's this. And I'm like, really? Like, really? Or you're just fucking with me? Either way, yeah, I don't know if they do that or not, but according to my dad, that day, he told me that they did. And I was like, okay. And you know, until this day, I still tell people, and they're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, they don't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't believe it either. And yeah, it's creepy as hell, but to them, it's like something normal. Like, that's their family. And even though it's like nice, it's still kind of creepy. But you saw that the Coco movie was like kind of creepy, but then at the same time, it was like very meaningful in a way. And it's true, like they really do celebrate their loved ones that have passed, and they pretty much show them that they haven't forgotten about them. They do set up the pictures, they do light up the candles, they do make them food and celebrate with them. Like, they never left. And that's a nice thing to do. Not everybody does that, but the fact that they do that, and like, I don't know, it just shows a lot. But I have some facts here about the Day of the Dead, and I'm just gonna read it to you. The first one is, it's not the same as Halloween, which is true. It's not. It's more like a family thing. Like, you're celebrating your family members that have passed. Besides just going out and getting dressed up and getting candy, you know, it's something completely different. It's not celebrated on Halloween. It's celebrated on November 2nd. Oh, my bad. It's It says, while Halloween is celebrated October 31st, Dia de los Muertos is celebrated right after. Okay, so right after. On November 2nd. Okay. Many communities that celebrate Dia de los Muertos also celebrate Halloween. Oh, okay. It originated in Mexico and Central America, which we all know that. And if you didn't, well, now you do. And I keep looking off to the side of my bed. But yeah, if you didn't know that, now you do. What else? It's a celebration of life, not death. And that's what's beautiful about it. It's the fact that even though we know that they passed, we still celebrate them like they're still here. We still show them that we still care. And that's beautiful. Like, you know, obviously I love my family. I miss my grandpa to death. I didn't get to meet my grandma or my uncle, but I did meet my grandpa, even though I was like probably like 6. I don't remember. I went to Mexico and I actually met him, and I love him so much. Like, even though I barely knew him, I loved him so much. He would grab my cheeks and like, oh, it would hurt like hell, but you know, I still remember it. But yeah, like to celebrate them is beautiful. This is just like 5 facts. The ofrenda is a central component. The ofrenda is often the most recognized symbol of Dia de los Muertos. This temporary altar is a way of families to honor their loved ones and provide them what they need on their journey. They place down pictures of the deceased, of the deceased, along with items that belonged to them and objects that serve as a reminder of their lives. Yeah, like I said, they go all out. They make them food. They light candles. They set their pictures up. They decorate it really nice with banners and everything. It's beautiful. If you saw Coco, and if you didn't, then you have to, because it's like a beautiful movie. It really is. And it lets you understand like more of the Mexican culture and why they do what they do. Number 5. Flowers, butterflies, and skulls are typically used as symbols. Yes, it's true. I never knew about the butterflies part, but I have seen a lot of flowers and a lot of skulls, like the sugar skulls or something like that. I think that's what they're called, with the beautiful like designs, with the beautiful designs, like the flowers around their eyes, or like all this stuff on their face. But yeah, it's just a very beautiful celebration, and I love that the Mexican culture embraces that so much, because a lot of people don't, and they forget about their loved ones. Some people don't. I can't say they all do, but some people do, you know. And if you've seen that movie, you know what happens when you forget your loved ones. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. That was my like creepy kind of story about it. I mean, even though it's a beautiful thing, the fact that my dad was like, oh, that's just them walking around the house and leaving their little marks, pretty much, that creeped me out. I'm sorry, I love my grandparents and my uncle, but that creeped me out. But yeah, guys, I hope you love this video. I do plan on making more. I have another story about my dad's house, that same house. I don't know if I have any more, but if you guys have any scary stories that you would want me to tell on here, definitely DM me on Instagram or Facebook, mainly Instagram. DM me on there at emotionalsavage_25, and on Facebook, Denise Rodriguez, and that's Denise with 2 N's. And I have a TikTok now too, so that's Denise Rodriguez, again Denise with 2 N's, Rodriguez 07. So follow me on there. I'm new. I think I just posted like 2 videos. But yeah, let me know what else you guys would want to see. I should have another haul coming. It's more like a miscellaneous type of haul. It's gonna be like Dolls Kill. I already said that I was gonna bring that and I haven't yet, but I'm still waiting on more things. So Dolls Kill, Blackthorn LA, what other companies? I don't know, other companies, but I'll definitely show you guys. It's a bunch of like Halloween type things, because I love Halloween, and it's right around the corner, so I'm definitely hyped for that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go now. Look forward to that video coming soon, and well, the 2 videos, because the haul and the other story that I have. But yeah, I love you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you guys can know when I post those videos, and comment down below any suggestions. Let me know if you guys know about that wax thing, if you celebrate the Day of the Dead, if you've known about it, if you've watched that movie Coco. And yeah, what do you think about this whole story? Like, do you think it's creepy or what? But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.